Section 3-1. Starting and driving. Starting and driving. Three-way catalytic converters, engine exhaust caution, before starting the engine, ignition switch, parking brake, how to start the engine, automatic transmission, four-wheel drive system, rear view monitor system, cruise control, rear height control, air suspension, electronic modulated suspension, active traction control system, vehicle stability control system, downhill assist control system, hill start assist control, brake system, tire pressure warning system, brake pad wear limit indicators, unlimited slip differential. Three-way catalytic converters. Three-way catalytic converters are emission control devices installed in the exhaust system. The purpose is to reduce pollutants in the exhaust gas. Caution. Keep people and combustible materials away from the exhaust pipe while the engine is running. The exhaust gas is very hot. Do not idle or park your vehicle over anything that might burn easily, such as grass, leaves, paper, or rags. Notice. A large amount of unburned gases flowing into the three-way catalytic converter may cause it to overheat and create a fire hazard. To prevent this and other damage, observe the following precautions. Use only unleaded gasoline. Do not drive with an extremely low fuel level. Running out of fuel could cause the engine to misfire, creating an excessive load on the three-way catalytic converter. Do not allow the engine to run at idle speed for more than 20 minutes. Avoid racing the engine. Do not push, start or pull, start your vehicle. Do not turn off the ignition while the vehicle is moving. Keep your engine in good running order. Malfunctions in the engine electrical system, electric ignition system or fuel system could cause an extremely high three-way catalytic converter temperature. If the engine becomes difficult to start or stalls frequently, take your vehicle in for a checkup as soon as possible. Remember, your Lexus dealer knows your vehicle and its three-way catalytic converter system best. To ensure that the three-way catalytic converter and the entire emission control system operate properly, your vehicle must receive the periodic inspections required by the Lexus maintenance schedule. For scheduled maintenance information, refer to the owner's manual supplement/scheduled maintenance. Engine exhaust caution. Caution. Avoid inhaling the engine exhaust. It contains carbon monoxide, which is a colorless and odorless gas. It can cause unconsciousness or even death. Make sure the exhaust system has no holes or loose connections. The system should be checked from time to time. If you hit something or notice a change in the sound of the exhaust, have the system checked immediately. Do not run the engine in a garage or enclosed area except for the time needed to drive the vehicle in or out. The exhaust gases cannot escape, making this a particularly dangerous situation. Do not remain for a long time in a parked vehicle with the engine running. If it is unavoidable, however, do so only in an unconfined area and adjust the heating or cooling system to force outside air into the vehicle. Keep the back door closed while driving. An open or unsealed back door may cause exhaust gases to be drawn into the vehicle. To allow proper operation of your vehicle's ventilation system, keep the inlet grills in front of the windshield clear of snow, leaves, or other obstructions. If you smell exhaust fumes in the vehicle, drive with the windows open and the back door closed. Have the cause immediately located and corrected. Before starting the engine. Step 1. Check the area around the vehicle before entering it. Step 2. Adjust seat position, seat back angle, head restraint height and steering wheel angle. Step 3. Adjust the inside and outside rear view mirrors. Step 4. Lock all doors. And Step 5. Fasten seat belts. Remember to check that the service reminder indicators function when turning the key to on, and check the fuel gauge to see that you have sufficient fuel. Ignition switch. Start. Starter motor on. The key will return to the on position when released. For starting tips, see page 348. On. Engine on and all accessories on. This is the normal driving position. Notice. Do not leave the key in the on position if the engine is not running. The battery will discharge and the electronic ignition system could be damaged. ACC. Accessories such as the radio operate, but the engine is off. If you leave the key in the ACC or lock position and open the driver's door, a buzzer will remind you to remove the key. Lock. Engine is off and the steering wheel is locked. The ignition key can be removed only at this position. To turn the key from ACC to the lock position, you must put the transmission selector lever in the P position. Once you remove the key, the engine immobilizer system is automatically set. See engine immobilizer system on page 12. When starting the engine, the key may seem stuck at the lock position. To free it, first be sure the key is pushed all the way in, and then rock the steering wheel slightly while turning the key gently. Approximately 5 hours after the engine is turned off, you may hear sound coming from underneath the luggage compartment for several minutes. This is normal operation and does not indicate a malfunction. See leak detection pump on page 7. If, in an emergency, you must turn the engine off while the vehicle is moving, turn the key only to ACC. If is not a malfunction, if the needles on all meters and gauges move slightly when the key is turned, TP the ACC on or start position. Parking brake. USA. Canada. To set, pull up the lever. For better holding power, first depress the brake pedal and hold it while setting the parking brake. To release, pull up the lever slightly. 1. Press the lock release button. 2. And lower the lever. 3. Before leaving your vehicle, firmly apply the parking brake. For better holding power, first depress the brake pedal and hold it while setting the parking brake. Caution. Before driving, make sure the parking brake is fully released and that the parking brake reminder light is off. How to start the engine. Cranking hold function. Once you turn the ignition key to start position and release it, the cranking hold function continues to crank the engine in on position until it starts. The function stops cranking the engine after about 25 seconds maximum if the engine has not started yet. When you crank the engine again, wait a few seconds and restart it. If you hold the key in start position, the function will keep cranking for about 30 seconds maximum. Before cranking. Step 1. Apply the parking brake firmly. Step 2. Turn off unnecessary lights and accessories. Step 3. Put the selector lever in P. If you need to restart the engine while the vehicle is moving, put the selector lever in N. A starter safety device will prevent the starter from operating if the selector lever is in any drive position. And step 4. Depress the brake pedal and hold it to the floor until driving off. Starting the engine. Before starting the engine, be sure to follow the instructions in before cranking. Normal starting procedure. The multi-port fuel injection system / sequential multi-port fuel injection system in your engine automatically controls the proper air-fuel mixture for starting. You can start a cold or hot engine as follows. With your foot off the accelerator pedal, turn the ignition key to start position, then release it. Engine should be warmed up by driving, not in idle. For warming up, drive with smoothly turning engine until engine coolant temperature is within normal range. If the engine stalls, simply restart it using the correct procedure given in normal starting. If the engine will not start, see if your vehicle will not start on page 426. Notice. Do not race a cold engine. If the engine becomes difficult to start or stalls frequently, have the engine checked immediately. Automatic transmission. Your automatic transmission has a shift lock system to minimize the possibility of incorrect operation. This means you can only shift out of P position when the brake pedal is depressed with the ignition switch in on position. The shift position is displayed beside the selector lever and on the instrument cluster. P. Parking, engine starting and key removal position. R. Reverse position. N. Neutral position. T. Normal driving position, shifting into overdrive possible. 4. Position for engine braking, shifting into overdrive not possible. When the cruise control is being used, even if you downshift from D to 4, engine braking will not be enabled because the cruise control is not cancelled. For the operation to decrease the vehicle speed, see page 365. 3. 2. Position for more powerful engine braking. An L. Position for maximum engine braking. Correct use of the automatic transmission is explained in the following parts. A. Normal driving. B. Using engine braking. C. Using the 3, 2 and L positions. D. Backing up. E. Parking. F. Good driving practice. G. If you cannot shift the selector lever. And H. Driving in second start mode. A. Normal driving. 1. P. Park position and 2. N. Neutral position. Step 1. Start the engine as instructed in How to Start the Engine on page 348. The transmission must be in P or N. The engine will not start in any drive position even if the ignition key is turned to start. 1. Brake pedal and 2. D. Drive position. Step 2. With your foot holding down the brake pedal, shift the selector lever to D. Always use the D position to improve fuel economy and quiet driving. Only in this position, shifting into the overdrive gear is possible. However, while the engine coolant temperature is low, the transmission will not shift into the overdrive gear even in the D position. C. B. Using engine braking and F. Good driving practice for exceptions. Caution. Never put your foot on the accelerator pedal while shifting. And step 3. Release the parking brake and brake pedal. To press the accelerator pedal slowly for smooth starting. In normal cruising, the vehicle will start in first gear and automatically shift up to the most suitable gear. On inclines, declines or winding roads, etc., the vehicle shifts up and down automatically according to the running conditions to obtain the suitable driving power and engine braking. When the lever is in the 4 position, the automatic transmission system will select the most suitable gear for the running conditions such as hill climbing, hard towing, etc. If you need to accelerate rapidly while driving, to press the accelerator pedal to the full throttle position. This provides more acceleration by automatically downshifting the transmission to the next lower gear or beyond, depending on the vehicle speed. If engine braking is needed, such as in descending a long hill, C. B. Using engine braking. B. Using engine braking. To use the braking power of the engine, downshift the transmission in the way described below. 1. Shift into the 4 position. The transmission will downshift to 4th gear and engine braking will be enabled. When the cruise control is being used, even if you downshift from D to 4, engine braking will not be enabled because the cruise control is not cancelled. If you need to decrease the vehicle speed, see page 365. 2. Shift into the 3 position. The transmission will downshift to 3rd gear when the vehicle speed is or becomes lower than the speed listed below and stronger engine braking will be enabled. Transfer. H. 139 km per hour, 86 miles per hour. L. 54 km per hour, 33 miles per hour. 3. Shift into the 2 position. The transmission will downshift to 2nd gear when the vehicle speed is or becomes lower than the speed listed below and more powerful engine braking than that of 3 position will be enabled. Transfer. H. 94 km per hour, 58 miles per hour. L. 36 km per hour, 22 miles per hour. And 4. Shift into the L position. The transmission will downshift to 1st gear when the vehicle speed is or becomes lower than the speed listed below and maximum engine braking will be enabled. H. 40 km per hour, 24 miles per hour. L. 15 km per hour, 9 miles per hour. Caution. Be careful when downshifting on a slippery surface. The abrupt change in engine speed could cause the vehicle to skid or spin. C. Using the 3, 2 and L positions. The 3, 2 and L positions are used for strong engine braking as described previously. With a selector lever in 3, 2 or L, you can start the vehicle in motion as with a lever in D. With a selector lever in 3 or 2, the vehicle will start in 1st gear and automatically shift to 2nd gear. With a selector lever in L, the transmission is engaged in 1st gear. Notice. Be careful not to over-reverend the engine. Watch the tachometer to keep engine RPM from going into the red zone. The approximate maximum allowable speed for each position is given below for your reference. Transmission and transfer. L. 360 km per hour, 37 miles per hour, 2. 41 km per hour, 25 miles per hour, and L. 24 km per hour, 15 miles per hour. H3 154 kilometers per hour 96 miles per hour 2 105 kilometers per hour 65 miles per hour and L 61 kilometers per hour 38 miles per hour. Do not continue hill climbing or hard towing for a long time in the 3, 2 or L position. This may cause severe automatic transmission damage from overheating. To prevent such damage, 4 position should be used in hill climbing or hard towing. D. Backing up. 1. Brake pedal and 2. R. Reverse position. Step 1. Bring the vehicle to a complete stop. And step 2. With the brake pedal held down with your foot, shift the selector lever to the R position. Notice: never shift into reverse while the vehicle is moving. When the shift lever is shifted into R position, the outside rear view mirrors automatically down to help backing up. For details, see page 204. Vehicles with rear view monitor system. When the selector lever is shifted into R position with the ignition switch in the on position, rear view monitor system will activate. For instructions, see rear view monitor system on page 358. E. Parking. 1. Brake pedal. 2. Parking brake lever. And 3. P. Park position. Step 1. Bring the vehicle to a complete stop. Step 2. Apply the parking brake fully. And step 3. With the brake pedal held down with your foot, shift the selector lever to the P position. Caution: while the vehicle is moving, never attempt to move the selector lever into P under any circumstances. Serious mechanical damage and loss of vehicle control may result. F. Good driving practice. If the transmission repeatedly shifts up and down between the fourth and overdrive gears when climbing a gentle slope, shift the selector lever to the 4 position. Be sure to shift the selector lever to the D position after climbing the slope. When towing a trailer, in order to maintain efficient engine braking and electrical charging performance, do not use overdrive. Caution: always keep your foot on the brake pedal while stopped with the engine running. This prevents the vehicle from creeping. Notice: always use the brake pedal or parking brake to hold the vehicle on an upgrade. Do not attempt to hold the vehicle using the accelerator pedal, as this can cause the transmission to overheat. G. If you cannot shift the selector lever. If you cannot shift the selector lever even though the brake pedal is depressed, use the shift lock override button. For instructions, see if you cannot shift automatic transmission, selector lever on page 453. H. Driving in second start mode. In the second start mode, the transmission system shifts up from second gear. Use this mode when starting your vehicle in sand, mud, ice or snow. To set the second start mode, push the second start switch. In the second start mode, the second start indicator light comes on. To cancel the second start mode, push the second start switch once again. 4-wheel drive system. A. 4-wheel drive control. Use the 4-wheel drive control lever and center differential lock switch to select the following transfer and center differential modes. The H and L position of the 4-wheel drive control lever provides either lock or unlock mode of the center differential depending on the center differential lock switch position. Use the center differential lock system if your wheels get stuck in a ditch or when you are driving on a slippery or bumpy surface. When the center differential is locked, the vehicle stability control system is automatically turned off and the center differential lock and VSC off indicator lights come on because the function that controls engine performance interferes with the process of freeing your wheels. Notice: as soon as the center differential lock switch is turned on, the VSC off indicator light comes on. After the wheels are out of the ditch or off the slippery or bumpy surface, turn the center differential lock switch off. Make sure the center differential lock indicator light and vehicle stability control system off indicator light turn off. H. High speed position, center differential unlocked, lever at H, center differential lock switch left out. Use this for normal driving on all types of roads, from dry hard surfaced roads to wet, icy or snow-covered roads. This position gives greater economy, quietest ride, least wear and better vehicle control. H. High speed position, center differential locked, lever at H, center differential lock switch pushed in. Use this for greater traction when you experience a loss of power, such as wheel slipping, in the center differential unlock mode. N. Neutral position, lever at N, no power is delivered to the wheels. The vehicle must be stopped. L. Low speed position, center differential unlocked, lever at L, center differential lock switch left out. Use this for maximum power and traction. Use this for climbing or descending steep hills, off-road driving, and hard pulling in sand or mud. In this mode, the braking feeling that occurs when the wheels are negotiating a sharp corner is further reduced than in the L. Low position, center differential locked mode. L. Low speed position, center differential locked, lever at L, center differential lock switch pushed in. Use this for maximum power and traction. Use this for hard pulling in situations the vehicle cannot negotiate even in the L. Low speed position, center differential unlocked mode. Also, using this mode when driving down steep off-road inclines will help contribute to increased vehicle stability. The indicator light tells when the differential lock is engaged. Note that the differential is not still locked as long as the indicator light remains off. When the operation is not completed, the indicator blinks. If the indicator light does not go off when you push out the center differential lock switch, drive straight ahead while accelerating or decelerating, or drive in reverse. The center differential lock system operation is not completed within 5 seconds while the cruise control system is set. Cancel the cruise control system. To cancel the cruise control system, see Cruise Control on page 362. If the indicator light does not go off when you push out the center differential lock switch, drive straight ahead while accelerating or decelerating, or drive in reverse. See V. Shifting procedure for further instructions. V. Shifting procedure. To shift between unlock and lock modes in H, push the center differential lock switch. To shift between unlock and lock modes in L, push the center differential lock switch. To shift between H and L, stop the vehicle, put the transmission into N and move the four-wheel drive control lever. Caution. Never move the four-wheel drive control lever if wheels are slipping. Stop the slipping or spinning before shifting. Notice. For normal driving on dry and hard surface roads, unlock the center differential. To prevent damage to the center differential lock system, do not push the center differential lock switch when the vehicle is cornering or when its wheels are spinning freely off the ground. If the indicator light does not go off when unlocking the center differential, drive straight ahead while accelerating or decelerating, or drive in reverse. Rear view monitor system. The rear view monitor system assists the driver by displaying an image of the rear of the vehicle while backing up. The displayed image on the screen is a horizontally reversed mirror image of the inside rear view mirror. To display the rear view image on the screen, place the selector lever in the arc position when the ignition switch is in the on position. If you move the selector lever out of the arc position, the screen returns to the previous screen. Operating another function of the navigation system will display another screen. The rear view monitor system is a supplemental device intended to assist backup. When backing up, be sure to check behind and all around the vehicle visually. Caution. Never depend on the rear view monitor system entirely when backing up. Always make sure your intended path is clear. Use caution just as you would when backing up any vehicle. Never back up while looking only at the screen. The image on the screen is different from actual conditions. Depicted distances between objects and flat surfaces will differ from actual distances. If you back up while looking only at the screen, you may hit a vehicle, a person, or an object. When backing up, be sure to check behind and all around the vehicle visually and with mirrors before proceeding. Do not use the system when the back door is not completely closed. If the back of the vehicle is hit, the position and mounting angle of the camera may change. Be sure to have the camera's position and mounting angle checked at your Lexus dealer. If the temperature changes rapidly, such as when hot water is poured on the vehicle in cold weather, the system may not operate normally. If the camera lens becomes dirty, it cannot transmit a clear image. If water droplets, snow, or mud adhere to the lens, rinse with water and wipe with a soft cloth. If the lens is extremely dirty, wash it with a mild cleanser and rinse. Use your own eyes to confirm the vehicle's surroundings, as the displayed image may become faint or dark, and moving images will be distorted or not entirely visible when the outside temperature is low. When backing up, be sure to check behind and all around the vehicle visually and with mirror before proceeding. Area displayed on screen. Images displayed approximately level on screen. Corners of bumper. The area covered by the camera is limited. Objects which are close to either corner of the bumper or under the bumper cannot be seen on the screen. The area displayed on the screen may vary according to vehicle orientation or road conditions. If the above screen appears on the display, the back door is open. When backing up the vehicle, make sure the back door is securely closed. The rear view monitor system camera. The rear view monitor system camera is located on the back door as shown in the illustration. The camera uses a special lens. The distance of the image that appears on the screen differs from the actual distance. In the following cases, it may become difficult to see the images on the screen even when the system is functioning. In the dark, for example, at night. When the temperature near the lens is extremely high or low. When water droplets are adhering to the camera or when humidity is high, for example, when it rains. When foreign matter, for example, snow or mud, adheres to the camera lens. When the sun or the beam of headlights is shining directly into the camera lens. If a bright light, for example, sunlight reflected off the vehicle body, is picked up by the camera, the smear effect peculiar to the camera may occur. Smear effect. A phenomenon that occurs when a bright light, for example, sunlight reflected off the vehicle body, is picked up by the camera. When transmitted by the camera, the light source appears to have a vertical streak above and below it. Cruise control. The cruise control is designed to maintain a set cruising speed without requiring the driver to operate the accelerator. Cruising speed can be set to any speed above 40 km per hour, 25 miles per hour. Within the limits of the engine's capabilities, cruising speed can be maintained up or down grades. However, changes in vehicle speed may occur on steeper grades. Caution. To help maintain maximum control of your vehicle, do not use the cruise control when driving in heavy or varying traffic, or on slippery, rainy, icy or snow-covered or winding roads. Avoid vehicle speed increases when driving downhill. If the vehicle speed is too fast in relation to the cruise control set speed, cancel the cruise control then downshift the transmission to use engine braking to slow down. Turning the system on and off. To turn the cruise control on, press the on-off button. The cruise indicator light in the instrument cluster will come on to indicate that the cruise control is operational. Pressing the on-off button again turns the system off. When the system is turned off, cruising speed must be reset when the cruise control is turned on again. When the ignition key is turned off, the on-off button is also automatically turned off. To use the cruise control again, press the on-off button again to turn it on. Caution. To avoid accidentally engaging the cruise control, turn the system off when it is not in use. Make sure the cruise indicator light is off. Setting operation. Each function is described below. 1. Setting the cruising speed. The transmission must be in D or 4 before you set the cruising speed. Bring the vehicle to the desired speed, push the control lever downward in the minus set direction and release it. This sets the vehicle at that speed. Now you may take your foot off the accelerator pedal. If you need acceleration, for example, when passing, to press the accelerator pedal enough for the vehicle to exceed the set speed. When you release the accelerator pedal, the vehicle will return to the speed set prior to the acceleration. 2. Canceling the cruise control. Canceling the cruise control. The cruise control may be temporarily canceled by the driver or by the system itself under certain circumstances. Temporary cancellation allows the set cruising speed to remain in memory. The cruise control can be temporarily canceled by doing the following. Pulling the lever in the cancel direction and releasing it. Depressing the brake pedal. Under certain circumstances, the cruise control is temporarily cancelled when vehicle speed falls below 40 km per hour, 25 miles per hour. When vehicle stability control is activated. When vehicle speed drops 16 km per hour, 10 miles per hour, below the set speed, the cruise control is cancelled and the set speed is erased from memory. The cruise indicator light remains on, to indicate that the system is still in operation. To turn the cruise control off, press the on-off button. Make sure the cruise indicator light is off. If the cruise control automatically cancels out other than for the above cases, have your vehicle checked by your Lexus dealer at the earliest opportunity. 3. Resuming the cruise control. If the cruise control is temporarily cancelled, the cruising speed can be resumed by pushing the lever up in the plus rest direction. Vehicle speed must be above 40 km per hour, 25 miles per hour. 4. Resetting to a faster speed. Push the control lever upward in the plus rest direction and hold it. Release the lever when the desired speed is attained. While the lever is held upward, the vehicle will gradually gain speed. When the difference between the actual vehicle speed and the set speed is less than 5 km per hour, 3 miles per hour, the set speed can be increased 1.6 km per hour, 1 miles per hour each time by pushing the control lever upward in the plus rest direction quickly. However, a quicker way to reset is to accelerate the vehicle and then push the control lever downward in the minus set direction. And 5. Resetting to a slower speed. Push the control lever downward in the minus set direction and hold it. Release the lever when the desired speed is attained. While the lever is held downward, the vehicle speed will gradually decrease. When the difference between the actual vehicle speed and the set speed is less than 5 km per hour, 3 miles per hour, the set speed can be lowered 1.6 km per hour, 1 miles per hour each time by pushing the control lever downward in the minus set direction quickly. However, a quicker way to reset is to depress the brake pedal and then push the control lever downward in the minus set direction. Even if you downshift the transmission from the D position to 4 position with a cruise control on, engine braking will not be applied because the cruise control is not cancelled. To decrease the vehicle speed, reset to a slower speed with a cruise control lever or depress the brake pedal. If you use the brake pedal, cruise control is cancelled. Cruise control failure warning. If the cruise indicator light flashes when using the cruise control, press the on-off button to turn the system off and then press it again to turn it on. If any of the following conditions then occurs, there is some trouble in the cruise control system. The indicator light does not come on. The indicator light flashes again. The indicator light goes out after it comes on. If this is the case, contact your Lexus dealer and have your Lexus inspected. Rear height control air suspension. This rear height control air suspension controls the vehicle height depending on the vehicle's driving condition. Select your desired height among the high, and normal and low modes with a height select switch. A. Vehicle height modes. In normal mode, the vehicle height in this mode is standard. Regardless of the number of occupants or the luggage loading condition, the vehicle height is always automatically adjusted to a fixed height in any mode while the engine is running. This mode is suitable for ordinary driving. High mode, the vehicle height is about 40 mm, 1.6 inches, higher at the rear than the N mode height. This mode is suitable when driving on the bumpy roads and through water. However, when the vehicle speed exceeds about 30 km per hour, 19 miles per hour, or over in the high mode, the N mode is automatically selected. Caution. The high mode should be used for severe off-road driving condition only. As the vehicle's center of gravity is higher in this setting, the vehicle may become unstable when turning abruptly, resulting in accident. Low mode, the vehicle height is about 20 mm, 0.8 inches, lower at the rear than the N mode height. This mode allows you easy access to the vehicle, getting in and out, an easy loading and unloading operation. This mode is available when the vehicle speed is under about 12 km per hour, 7 miles per hour. Notice. Use the low mode when the vehicle is stopped. Otherwise, when the vehicle speed exceeds about 12 km per hour, 7 miles per hour, and mode is selected automatically. So be careful when you drive in any place where the overhead height is limited. B. Vehicle height mode changing condition. To change the vehicle height, it is necessary to meet the following conditions. The engine should be running. The height control off indicator light should go off. When selecting a mode, there is a vehicle speed limit. Refer to the following table. Yes equals the mode can be selected. No equals the mode cannot be selected. Under about 12 kilometers per hour, 7 miles per hour. Low mode, yes, and mode, yes, and high mode, yes. Under about 30 kilometers per hour, 19 miles per hour. Low mode, no, and mode, yes, and high mode, yes. About 30 kilometers per hour, 19 miles per hour, or over. Low mode, no, and mode, yes, and high mode, no. In the following cases, the rear height control suspension will not operate. The underbody of the vehicle has touched the surface on bumpy roads. The area around the rear suspension is coated with ice. If the vehicle is moved to its usual location or the ice is removed and the height select switch is pressed, the vehicle height control cannot be operated. In this case, turn off and restart the engine, then push the control switches. C. Vehicle height adjustment. 1. Higher and 2. Lower. To change the mode, push the height, select switch on either side of up, higher, or down, lower. The height control indicator light indicates which mode is selected. C. E. Height control indicator light described below. Selecting the high mode. Push the height, select switch on the up side when the vehicle speed is under about 30 kilometers per hour, 19 miles per hour. To change the N mode to high, push the switch once. To change the low mode to high, push the switch twice. It takes about 30 seconds until the low mode changes to the high mode. Selecting the N mode. To change the high mode to N, push the height, select switch on the downside once. To change the low mode to N, push the height, select switch on the upside once. Selecting the low mode. Push the height, select switch on the downside while the vehicle is stopped. To change the N mode to low, push the switch once. To change the high mode to low, push the switch twice. Even if the engine is stopped while the vehicle height is being lowered, the operation continues for up to 25 seconds. If within this 25 seconds, any of the side doors or the back door is opened, operation will continue for a further 15 seconds. Notice. If the vehicle height is changed frequently when the vehicle is heavily loaded, the compressor may overheat, causing the vehicle height adjustment operation to stop. Before you lower the vehicle height with a height select switch, check under the vehicle to make sure nothing to damage the vehicle or no one to be injured is there, and that the underbody of the vehicle does not touch the ground. After unloading, the height of a vehicle equipped with a rear height control air suspension becomes slightly higher than the normal vehicle height. Take sufficient care where the overhead height is restricted. Do not select the low mode in the bumpy roads. If the underbody of the vehicle touches the rugged road surface, the vehicle may be damaged. D. Turning off the rear height control air suspension. To turn off the rear height control air suspension with the vehicle stopped, push the height control off switch. The height control off indicator light comes on and the vehicle height is fixed in the same mode as the height control switch is pushed. This status is memorized in the system even after the engine is stopped. If you push the switch again, the height control off indicator light goes out and the rear height control air suspension is turned on. Even after the rear height control air suspension is turned off with a height control off switch, if the vehicle speed exceeds 30 km per hour, 19 miles per hour, the rear height control air suspension automatically selects the N mode. Caution. If you drive through deep water over about 700 millimeters, 28 inches in depth, put the vehicle height in the high mode with a height select switch and then turn off the rear height control air suspension by pushing the height control off switch. Notice. When jacking up or installing tire chains, be sure to turn off the rear height control air suspension with a height control off switch and stop the engine. Otherwise, the vehicle height may change because of the automatic leveling function resulting in accident. If your vehicle must be towed, put the vehicle height in the N mode and turn off the rear height control air suspension. Otherwise, the vehicle height may change because of the automatic leveling function resulting in accident. If your vehicle gets stitched, turn off the rear height control air suspension with a height control off switch. Otherwise, the vehicle height may change because of the automatic leveling function resulting in accident. Height control indicator lights. 1. Height control indicator lights, and 2. Height control off indicator light. When the ignition switch is turned on, all the indicator lights come on. Only the indicator light showing the present mode remains on, and all other lights go off after a few seconds. This means the system operates correctly. When you change the vehicle height mode, the indicator lights change as follows. When changing the vehicle height from the N mode to I, 1. The N mode indicator light goes off, and the I mode indicator light blinks. 2. After the vehicle height control reaches the I mode indicator light remains on. If the underbody of the vehicle has touched the surface on bumpy roads or the area around the rear suspension is coated with ice, the height control suspension will not operate and the indicator lights change as follows. 1. The present mode indicator light goes off and the selected mode indicator light blinks. 2. The selected mode indicator light goes off. The vehicle height does not change. The present mode indicator light comes on again. Height control off indicator light. When the ignition switch is turned on, this light comes on. If it goes out after a few seconds, the rear height control air suspension operates correctly. If you push the height control off switch, the rear height control air suspension is turned off. The height control off indicator light comes on. In the following cases, there is a problem somewhere in the rear height control air suspension. Although there is no problem to continue normal driving, have the rear height control air suspension checked by your Lexus dealer as soon as possible. The height control off indicator light does not come on when the ignition switch is turned on. The height control off indicator light blinks. Parking and stopping tips. If you immediately stop the engine to park the vehicle after off-road driving, the vehicle height is lowered slightly as the vehicle becomes cool. When parking, make sure there is nothing that will be in contact with the underbody of the vehicle. When you start the engine, the vehicle returns to the previous height. If you park the vehicle for a long time, the vehicle height may be gradually lowered. When parking for a long time, make sure there is nothing that will be in contact with the underbody of the vehicle. When you start the engine, the vehicle returns to the previous height. If you stop the engine, the vehicle height may change in accordance with a change in the temperature. When you start the engine, the vehicle returns to the previous height. Rear height control failure warning. If there is a problem somewhere in the rear height control air suspension, the N mode is automatically selected. If this occurs, the height control off indicator light blinks and the vehicle height control cannot be activated until the malfunction is corrected. If this is the case, bring your vehicle to your Lexus dealer as soon as possible and have it checked. Electronic modulated suspension. This electronic modulated suspension adjusts the damping effect on the shock absorbers with the control switch. Select one of the four modes, which is suited to the driving conditions, with a control switch to provide good riding comfort and stability. 1. For driving on a bumpy road. 2. For ordinary driving such as in the city traffic. 3. For moderate high-speed driving. 4. For sporty type driving such as on winding mountain roads and high-speed driving. 5. Soft. And 6. Firm. We recommend you to select the mode 2 for ordinary driving. The damping effect will be changed automatically to provide good riding comfort. When your vehicle is loaded heavily or you are driving in an unpaved road, the mode 3 or 4 will be recommended. To provide good vehicle stability, the damping effect will be harder than for ordinary driving mode. With a 4-wheel drive control lever at L, the damping effect suitable for off-road driving will be provided in any mode. Active traction control system. The active traction control system automatically helps prevent the spinning of 4 wheels when the vehicle is started or accelerated on slippery road surfaces. When the ignition key is turned to on, the system automatically turns on. Caution. Under certain slippery road conditions, full traction of the vehicle and power to the 4 wheels cannot be maintained, even though the traction control system is in operation. Do not drive the vehicle under any speed or maneuvering conditions, which may cause the vehicle to lose traction control. In situations where the road surface is covered with ice or snow, your vehicle should be fitted with snow tires or tire chains. Always drive at an appropriate and cautious speed for the present road conditions. Slip indicator light. Leave the system on during the ordinary driving so that it can operate when needed. You may hear a sound in the engine compartment for a few seconds when the engine is started or just after the vehicle begins to move. This means that the active traction control system is in the self-check mode but does not indicate a malfunction. When the active traction control system is operating, the following conditions occur. The system controls the spinning of the four wheels. At this time, the slip indicator light blinks. You may feel vibration or noise in your vehicle caused by operation of the brakes. This indicates the system is functioning properly. The slip indicator light comes on for a few seconds when the ignition key is turned to on. If the indicator light does not come on when the ignition is turned on, contact your Lexus dealer. The brake actuator temperature increase during continuous operation of the following systems. Active traction control system. Vehicle stability control system. Downhill assist control system. Unhill start assist control. If the brake actuator temperature becomes too high while any of the systems is operating, a buzzer will start to sound intermittently to indicate that the active traction control system can no longer operate. In this case, immediately stop your vehicle at a safe place. If the system continues to operate, the buzzer sound changes from intermittent to continuous. The continuous buzzer sounds for about 3 seconds. At the time, the slip indicator light will come on and the active traction control system temporarily stops operating in order to protect the brake actuator. Although the active traction control system does not operate, there is no problem to continue your driving. The system will be automatically restored after a short time and the slip indicator light goes out. VSC track warning light. This light warns that there is a problem somewhere in the following. Active traction control system. Vehicle stability control system. Downhill assist control system. Unhill start assist control. When the system is normal and the ignition key is turned to on, the warning light will come on and will go off after a few seconds. It is not a malfunction that the warning light may stand for 60 seconds after the ignition key is turned to the on position. Depressing the brake pedal repeatedly may turn on the light. It is normal if it goes out after a few seconds. If the VSC track warning light and slip indicator light comes on while driving, the active traction control system does not work. However, as normal braking operates when being applied, there is no problem to continue your driving. In the following cases, contact your Lexus dealer. The warning light does not come on after the ignition key is turned to on. The warning light remains on after the ignition key is turned to on. The warning light comes on while driving. Vehicle stability control system. The vehicle stability control system helps provide integrated control of the system such as anti-lock brake system, traction control, engine control, etc. This system automatically controls the output of the brakes or engine to help prevent the vehicle from skidding when cornering on a slippery road surface or operating steering wheel abruptly. This system activates when the vehicle speed about more than 15 km per hour, 9 miles per hour. You may hear a sound in the engine compartment for a few seconds when the engine is started or just after the vehicle begins to move. This means that the system is in the self-check mode but does not indicate a malfunction. Caution. Do not rely excessively on the vehicle stability control system. Even if the vehicle stability control system is operating, you must always drive carefully and attentively to avoid serious injury. Reckless driving will result in an unexpected accident. If the slip indicator light blinks and an alarm sounds, special care should be taken while driving. Only use tires of specified size. The size, manufacturer, brand and tread pattern for all 4 tires should be the same. If you use the tires other than specified or different type or size, the vehicle stability control system may not function correctly. When replacing the tires or wheels, contact your Lexus dealer. In situations where the road surface is covered with ice or snow, your vehicle should be fitted with snow tires or tire chains. Slip indicator light. If the vehicle is going to skid during driving, the slip indicator light blinks and an alarm sounds intermittently. Special care should be taken while driving. If the brake pedal is depressed while the vehicle stability control system is active, the brake pedal will become hard at an earlier position than usual. However, the brakes will respond to the pedal force if depressed further. The slip indicator light comes on for a few seconds when the ignition key is turned to on. If the indicator light does not come on when the ignition is turned on, contact your Lexus dealer. Pushing the center differential lock switch automatically turns the vehicle stability control system off. At this time, the VSC off indicator comes on with a center differential lock indicator light. VSC off indicator light comes on for a few seconds when the ignition key is turned to on. It will come on again when you push the center differential lock switch to turn off the system. In the following cases, contact your Lexus dealer. The indicator light does not come on when the ignition key is turned on. The indicator light remains on after the ignition is turned on. The indicator light comes on when the system is on while driving. Notice: make sure that the center differential lock indicator light goes off before normal driving. VSC track warning light. This light warns that when there is a problem somewhere in the following: vehicle stability control system, active traction control system, downhill assist control system, and hill start assist control. When the system is normal and the ignition key is turned to on, the warning light will come on and will go off after a few seconds. It is not a malfunction that the warning light may stand for 60 seconds after the ignition key is turned to the on position. Depressing the brake pedal repeatedly may turn on the light. It is normal if they go out after a few seconds. If the light comes on while driving, the vehicle stability control system does not work. However, as normal braking operates when being applied, there is no problem to continue your driving. In the following cases, contact your Lexus dealer. The warning light does not come on after the ignition key is turned to on. The warning light remains on after the ignition key is turned to on. The warning light comes on while driving. Downhill assist control system. The downhill assist control system is a system that assists the deceleration of the engine brake when you drive down a steep hill. When you are driving down a hill with a four-wheel drive control lever in the L position, push the DAC switch to limit the vehicle's acceleration. If the vehicle is traveling at a speed of 25 km per hour, 15 miles per hour or less, you can descend at a constant speed. Caution: do not rely excessively on the downhill assist control system. It may not be able to maintain a low speed over road surfaces or off-road surfaces on which sliding can easily occur, such as extremely steep slopes or icy or muddy roads. Turning on the system. Step 1. Shift the four-wheel drive control lever to the L position. The system will not operate if the four-wheel drive control lever is in the H position. Step 2. In order to make full use of the engine brake, putting the transmission in L or 2 is recommended. The system will operate even if the transmission selector lever is in D, 4, 3 or N. However, when it is in L or 2, the engine brake can also be utilized, enabling the system to operate more effectively. And step 3. Push the DAC switch to turn the system on. The downhill assist control system indicator light on the instrument panel will come on. If the downhill assist control system indicator light flashes, the transmission selector lever may be in N or four-wheel drive control lever may be in the H position. If the indicator light does not come on when the switch is pushed, contact your Lexus dealer. Slip indicator light. With a vehicle traveling at a speed of 25 km per hour, 15 miles per hour or less, release your foot from the accelerator or brake pedal to activate the system. The vehicle will descend the hill at a low speed. While the system is operating, the slip indicator light on the instrument panel will flash and the stop lights and eye-mounted stop light will be lit. If you push the DAC switch to turn the system off while it is in operation, the system will stop operating gradually. The downhill assist control system indicator light will flash to alert the driver. To continue driving at a low speed, push the DAC switch to turn the system on. The slip indicator light and downhill assist control system indicator light come on for a few seconds when the ignition key is turned to on. If any of the indicator lights does not come on when the ignition is turned on, contact your Lexus dealer. The brake actuator temperature increases during continuous operation of the following systems: active traction control system, vehicle stability control system, downhill assist control system, and hill start assist control. If the brake actuator temperature becomes too high while any of the systems is operating, a buzzer will start to sound intermittently to indicate that the downhill assist control system can no longer operate. In this case, stop your vehicle immediately at a safe place. If the system continues to operate, the buzzer sound changes from intermittent to continuous. The continuous buzzer sounds for about 3 seconds. At this time, the slip indicator light will come on and the downhill assist control system stops operating temporarily in order to protect the brake actuator. Although the downhill assist control system does not operate, it is no problem to continue your driving. The system will be automatically restored after a short time and the slip indicator light goes out. VSC track warning light. If there is any abnormality in the system, the VSC track warning light will come on. When the DAC switch is pushed, the downhill assist control system indicator light also flash. If the VSC track warning light comes on, there may be an abnormality in any of the following systems in addition to the downhill assist control system: hill start assist control, active traction control system, vehicle stability control system. When the system is normal and the ignition key is turned to on, the warning light will come on and will go off after a few seconds. It is not a malfunction that the warning light may stand for 60 seconds after the ignition key is turned to the on position. Depressing the brake pedal repeatedly may turn on the light. It is normal if it goes out after a few seconds. If the VSC track warning light and slip indicator light comes on while driving, the system does not work. However, as normal braking operates when being applied, it is no problem to continue your driving. In the following cases, contact your Lexus dealer. The warning light does not come on after the ignition key is turned to on. The warning light remains on after the ignition key is turned to on. The warning light comes on while driving. Hill start assist control. The hill start assist control assists you in starting to move up a steep or slippery hill. When you start to move up the hill slope, the system helps to prevent the vehicle from rolling backward in the interval while you move your foot from the brake pedal to the accelerator pedal. Caution: do not rely excessively on the hill start assist control. The vehicle may not be able to start smoothly on road surfaces or off-road surfaces such as extremely steep slopes or icy roads, on which sliding can occur very easily. Do not use the hill start assist control to stop the vehicle. The hill start assist control is not designed as a function for stopping the vehicle on an uphill slope. The hill start assist control will operate for 5 seconds maximally when all of the following conditions apply: when the transmission is in any of positions D, 4, 3, 2 or L. When the brake pedal is not depressed. The system is designed to operate when the vehicle is starting on an uphill slope. Therefore, if the transmission is in P or N, it will not operate. It will not operate either if the vehicle starts to move in reverse on a slope with a transmission in the R. Slip indicator light. When the hill start assist control is operating, the slip indicator light flashes and an alarm sounds intermittently. At the same time, the stop lamps and eye-mounted stoplight are lit. The slip indicator light comes on for a few seconds when the ignition key is turned to on. If the indicator light does not come on when the ignition is turned on, contact your Lexus dealer. Keep in mind the following when driving. The hill start assist control operates for 5 seconds maximally. If both the brake and accelerator pedals remain undepressed for longer than 5 seconds, the buzzer will sound at more frequent intervals and the system will gradually stop operating. The hill start assist control is not designed as a function for stopping the vehicle on an uphill slope. When stopping the vehicle, be sure to depress the brake pedal. The brake actuator temperature increases during continuous operation of the following systems: active traction control system, vehicle stability control system, downhill assist control system, and hill start assist control. If the brake actuator temperature becomes too high while any of the systems is operating, a buzzer will start to sound intermittently to indicate that the hill start assist control can no longer operate. In this case, stop your vehicle immediately at a safe place. If the system continues to operate, the buzzer sound changes from intermittent to continuous. The continuous buzzer sounds for about 3 seconds. At this time, the slip indicator light will come on and the hill start assist control stops operating temporarily in order to protect the brake actuator. Although the hill start assist control does not operate, it is no problem to continue your driving. The system will be automatically restored after a short time and the slip indicator light goes out. VSC track warning light. If there is any abnormality in the system, the VSC track warning light will come on. If the system malfunctions, the VSC track warning light will come on. If the VSC track warning light comes on, there may be an abnormality in any of the following systems in addition to the hill start assist control, downhill assist control system, active traction control system, and vehicle stability control system. When the system is normal and the ignition key is turned to on, the warning light will come on and will go off after a few seconds. It is not a malfunction that the warning light may stand for 60 seconds after the ignition key is turned to the on position. Depressing the brake pedal repeatedly may turn on the light. It is normal if it goes out after a few seconds. If the VSC track warning light and slip indicator light come on while driving, the system does not work. However, as normal braking operates when being applied, it is no problem to continue your driving. In the following cases, contact your Lexus dealer. The warning light does not come on after the ignition key is turned to on. The warning light remains on after the ignition key is turned to on. The warning light comes on while driving. Brake system. This brake system has 2 independent hydraulic circuits. If either circuit should fail, the other will still work. However, the pedal will be harder to press and your stopping distance will increase. Also, the brake system warning light may come on. Caution. Do not drive your vehicle with only a single brake system. Have your brakes fixed immediately. Brake booster. The brake booster uses brake fluid pressurized by the pump to power assist the brakes. If the brake booster fails during driving, the brake system warning light comes on and buzzer sounds continuously. In this case, the brakes may not work properly. If they do not work well, depress the brake pedal firmly. If the brake system warning light comes on, immediately stop your vehicle and contact your Lexus dealer. The brake system warning light may stand for about 60 seconds after the ignition key is turned to the on position. It is normal if the light turns off after a while. Depressing the brake pedal repeatedly may turn on the brake system warning light and buzzer. It is normal if the light goes out and the buzzer stops sounding after a few seconds. You may hear a small sound in the engine compartment after the engine is started or the brake pedal is depressed repeatedly. This is a pump pulsating sound of the brake system and it is not a malfunction. Caution. Do not pump the brake pedal if the engine stalls. Each push on the pedal uses up your brake fluid pressure reserve. Even if the power assist is completely lost, the brakes will still work. But you will have to push the pedal hard, much harder than normal. And your braking distance will increase. Anti-lock brake system. The anti-lock brake system is designed to automatically help prevent lockup of the wheels during a sudden brake or braking on slippery road surfaces. This assists in providing directional stability and steering performance of the vehicle under these circumstances. Effective way to press the ABS brake pedal when the anti-lock brake system function is in action. You may feel the brake pedal pulsating and hear a noise. In this situation, to let the anti-lock brake system work for you, just hold the brake pedal down more firmly. Do not pump the brake in a panic stop. This will result in reduced braking performance. The anti-lock brake system becomes operative after the vehicle has accelerated to a speed in excess of approximately 10 km per hour, 6 miles per hour. It stops operating when the vehicle decelerates to a speed below approximately 5 km per hour, 3 miles per hour. Depressing the brake pedal on slippery road surfaces such as on a manhole cover, a steel plate at a construction site, joints in a bridge, etc. on a rainy day tends to activate the anti-lock brake system. You may hear a click or motor sound in the engine compartment for a few seconds when the engine is started or just after the vehicle begins to move. This means that the anti-lock brake system is in the self-check mode and does not indicate a malfunction. When the anti-lock brake system is activated, the following conditions may occur. They do not indicate a malfunction of the system. You may hear the anti-lock brake system operating and feel the brake pedal pulsating and the vibrations of the vehicle body and steering wheel. You may also hear the motor sound in the engine compartment even after the vehicle is stopped. At the end of the anti-lock brake system activation, the brake pedal may move a little to the forward. Caution. Do not overestimate the anti-lock brake system. Although the anti-lock brake system assists in providing vehicle control, it is still important to drive with all due care and maintain a moderate speed and safe distance from the vehicle in front of you, because there are limits to the vehicle's stability and effectiveness of steering wheel operation even with the anti-lock brake system on. If tire grip performance exceeds its capability, or if hydroplaning occurs during high-speed driving in the rain, the anti-lock brake system does not provide vehicle control. Anti-lock brake system is not designed to shorten the stopping distance. Always drive at a moderate speed and maintain a safe distance from the vehicle in front of you. Compared with vehicles without an anti-lock brake system, your vehicle may require a longer stopping distance in the following cases. Driving on rough, gravel or snow-covered roads. Driving with tire chains installed. Driving over the steps such as the joints on the road. And driving on roads where the road surface is pitted or has other differences in surface height. Install all 4 tires of specified size at appropriate pressure. The anti-lock brake system detects vehicle speeds using the speed sensors for respective wheels' turning speeds. The use of tires other than specified may fail to detect the accurate turning speed, resulting in a longer stopping distance. ABS warning light. 1. USA and 2. Canada. The light comes on when the ignition key is turned to the on position. If the anti-lock brake system and the brake assist system work properly, the light turns off after a few seconds. Thereafter, if either of the systems malfunctions, the light comes on again. When the ABS warning light is on and the brake system warning light is off, the anti-lock brake system, the brake assist system, the active traction control system and the vehicle stability control system does not operate, but the brake system still operates conventionally. When the ABS warning light is on and the brake system warning light is off, the anti-lock brake system does not operate so that the wheels could lock up during a sudden braking or braking on slippery road surfaces. If either of the following conditions occurs, this indicates a malfunction somewhere in the components monitored by the warning light system. Contact your Lexus dealer as soon as possible to service the vehicle. The light does not come on when the ignition key is turned to the on position or remains on. The light comes on while you are driving. A warning light turning on briefly during operation does not indicate a problem. Caution. If the ABS warning light remains on together with the brake system warning light, immediately stop your vehicle at a safe place and contact your Lexus dealer. In this case, not only the anti-lock brake system will fail but also the vehicle will become extremely unstable during braking. Either of the following conditions may occur, but do not indicate a malfunction. The light may stand for about 60 seconds after the ignition key is turned to the on position. It is normal if it turns off after a while. Depressing the brake pedal repeatedly may turn on the light. It is normal if it turns off after a few seconds. Brake assist system. When you slam the brakes on, the brake assist system judges as an emergency stop and provides more powerful braking for a driver who cannot hold down the brake pedal firmly. When you slam the brakes on, more powerful braking will be applied. At this time, you may hear a sound in the engine compartment and feel the vibrations of the brake pedal. This does not indicate a malfunction. The brake assist system becomes operative after the vehicle has accelerated to a speed in excess of approximately 10 km per hour, 6 miles per hour. It stops operating when the vehicle decelerates to a speed below approximately 5 km per hour, 3 miles per hour. The brake assist system may not work for about 60 seconds after the engine is started. For an explanation of this system's warning light, see ABS warning light on page 57. Drum in disc type parking brake system. Your vehicle has a drum in disc type parking brake system. This type of brake system needs vetting down of the brake shoes periodically or whenever the parking brake shoes and or drums are replaced. Have your Lexus dealer perform the vetting down. Tire pressure warning system. The tire pressure warning system is designed to provide warning when tire inflation pressure of one or more of your tires, including the spare tire, is low. The low tire pressure warning light comes on to inform you that low tire inflation pressure may hamper driving. Low tire pressure warning light. This light comes on when the ignition key is turned to the on position. It goes off after a few seconds. This indicates that the tire pressure warning system is functioning properly. If the low tire pressure warning light comes on or blinks, do the following. If the warning light comes on, stop your vehicle in a safe place as soon as possible and check that the inflation pressure of all tires, including the spare tire, is as specified on the tire unloading information label. See checking tire inflation pressure on page 523. If the warning light comes on even after tire inflation pressure adjustment, you may have a flat tire. If you have a flat tire, replace it with a spare tire. For details, see if you have a flat tire on page 432. The warning light goes off a few minutes after air is put into the deflated tire. This warning light may turn on due to natural causes such as natural air leaks or tire pressure changes caused by temperature. In this case, adjusting the tire pressure will turn off the warning light. Caution. When the low tire pressure warning light comes on, observe the following instructions. Depending on the conditions, reduce to an appropriate speed as soon as possible. Adjust the tire pressure to the specified level as soon as possible. Avoid abrupt steering wheel maneuvering and braking. Tire deterioration may reduce steering wheel control and brake effectiveness. This may lead to serious injury or death. The tire pressure warning system may not activate immediately if sudden bursts of air leakage occur. Notice. Do not use liquid sealants for a flat tire as air pressure sensors will be damaged. When the tires must be repaired or replaced, have them repaired or replaced by the nearest Lexus dealer or authorized tire dealer. The tire pressure sensors will be affected by the installation or removal of tires. The tire pressure warning system is not to be used as a substitute for regular inspections. Be sure to check the air pressure in the tires on a regular basis. When the tires must be replaced, replace the grommets for air pressure sensors as well. If the warning light blinks, the tire pressure warning system may be malfunctioning. Contact your Lexus dealer. System malfunction. The tire pressure warning system does not function properly under certain circumstances. In the following cases, the low tire pressure warning light may not come on even if the tire inflation pressure is low, or it may come on when the tire inflation pressure is actually normal. Electric devices or facilities using similar radio wave frequencies are nearby. A radio set to similar frequencies is in use. A lot of snow or ice covers the vehicle, in particular around the wheels or wheel housings. The tires are not equipped with an air pressure sensor. Tire chains are used. Non-genuine Lexus wheels are used. Although the tires are equipped with air pressure sensors, the selector switch, see page 393, is set to other tire setting. Caution. The use of non-genuine wheels will cause the air pressure sensors to transmit the electronic code in different manner, resulting in the system failure. The use of different type of tires with genuine wheels may also cause the malfunction of the system. Caution. Each tire, including the spare, if provided, should be checked monthly when cold and inflated to the inflation pressure recommended by the vehicle manufacturer on the vehicle placard or tire inflation pressure label, tire unload information label. If your vehicle has tires of a different size than the size indicated on the vehicle placard or tire inflation pressure label, tire unload information label, you should determine the proper tire inflation pressure for those tires. As an added safety feature, your vehicle has been equipped with a tire pressure monitoring system, TPMS, tire pressure warning system that illuminates a low tire pressure telltale, low tire pressure warning light when one or more of your tires is significantly underinflated. Accordingly, when the low tire pressure telltale, low tire pressure warning light illuminates, you should stop and check your tires as soon as possible and inflate them to the proper pressure. Driving on a significantly underinflated tire causes the tire to overheat and can lead to tire failure. Underinflation also reduces fuel efficiency and tire tread life and may affect the vehicle's handling and stopping ability. Please note that the TPMS, tire pressure warning system, is not a substitute for proper tire maintenance, and it is the driver's responsibility to maintain correct tire pressure even if underinflation has not reached the level to trigger illumination of the TPMS low tire pressure telltale, low tire pressure warning light. For vehicles sold in USA, this device complies with Part 15 of the FCC rules. Operation is subject to the following two conditions. 1. This device may not cause harmful interference, and 2. This device must accept any interference received, including interference that may cause undesired operation. Notice: this equipment has been tested and found to comply with the limits for a Class B digital device, pursuant to Part 15 of the FCC rules. These limits are designed to provide reasonable protection against harmful interference in a residential installation. This equipment generates, uses and can radiate radio frequency energy and, if not installed and used in accordance with the instructions, may cause harmful interference to radio communications. However, there is no guarantee that interference will not occur in a particular installation. If this equipment does cause harmful interference to radio or television reception, which can be determined by turning the equipment off and on, the user is encouraged to try to correct the interference by one or more of the following measures: reorient or relocate the receiving antenna. Increase the separation between the equipment and receiver. Connect the equipment into an outlet on a circuit different from that to which the receiver is connected. Consult the dealer or an experienced radio/TV technician for help. FCC warning: changes or modifications not expressly approved by the party responsible for compliance could void the user's authority to operate the equipment. For vehicles sold in Canada, operation is subject to the following two conditions. 1. This device may not cause interference, and 2. This device must accept any interference, including interference that may cause undesired operation of the device. Replacing tires and wheels. When replacing the wheels, be sure to install air pressure sensors on the wheels. There are 3 ways to set up the air pressure sensors. A. Remove the sensor from the old wheel and install it to the new wheel. B. Keep the same wheel with air pressure sensor and replace only the tire. And C. Use a new wheel and sensor. You have to register an ID code for a new sensor. Up to 2 sets of codes can be registered. As one ID for the originally installed sensor is registered at main of the selector switch, use the second position to register an ID for the new sensor. You do not need to re-register the ID code for any other replacements. For the use of the originally installed tires, put the selector switch at main, and for the use of tires set purchased later, put the switch at second. For the sensor selector switch, see page 393. Caution: have the tires, wheels or sensors replaced and ID codes registered by a Lexus dealer. If you need sensors, purchase from a Lexus dealer. The use of non-genuine wheels will cause the air pressure sensors to transmit the electronic code in different manner, resulting in the failure of the system. Selector switch: 1. Main position and 2. Second position. The selector switch is located in the lower part of the driver's side instrument panel. The ID code is given in the sensor. To activate the air pressure warning system, it is necessary to register the ID code of the sensor on the selector switch in the vehicle. 2 sets of ID codes can be registered. The code of the tires originally installed on the vehicle is registered on the switch at main. Have a new tires set with new air pressure sensors registered at second by Lexus dealer. ID codes should be registered by Lexus dealer. Once registered, change the setting position each time you purchase tires and wheels. Re-registration is not required. When purchasing new tires, consult your Lexus dealer. Caution. When the tires whose ID code is registered at main are used, the system does not work properly with a selector switch set at second. If the tires whose ID code is registered at second are stored nearby, the system will detect their tire pressure and vice versa. Brake pad wear limit indicators. The brake pad wear limit indicators on your disc brakes give a warning noise when the brake pads are worn to the extent that replacement is required. If you hear a squealing or scraping noise while driving, have the brake pads checked and replaced by your Lexus dealer as soon as possible. Expensive rotor damage can result if the pads are not replaced when needed. Limited slip differential. Your Lexus is equipped with a limited slip center differential transfer. If one wheel, either front or rear, begins to spin, the transfer limited slip center differential is designed to aid traction by automatically transmitting driving force to the wheels on the other drive axle. It transmits driving force to the front wheels if a rear wheel spins, and to the rear wheels if a front wheel spins. Caution. Do not start or run the engine while your vehicle is supported by a jack. The vehicle could be driven off the jack and could pose a danger or result in serious injury. Notice. Use only a spare tire of the same size, construction and load capacity as the original tires on your Lexus because damage to the limited slip differential could possibly occur with another tire type.